DC, hold on, before the video even starts. DC, did y'all just make a good movie in 2025? Never would I have thought I seen the day, nigga. Like, I am perplexed. Holy shit, that's a big word. I'm that nigga. But I am perplexed. I actually witnessed a good DC movie before I died. But Superman proved me wrong. It proved me wrong. Superman was a exceptional movie. Now, I know a lot of people are saying Superman was mid. A lot of people were saying Superman was good. And a lot of people were saying Superman was ass. Me personally, I thought the shit was good. I really don't know how you can see this, especially keeping it in your mind that it's a DC made film and think this movie is bad or even mid. Like, bro, I can be a hater sometimes too, but when something is good, I will always go out my way and say that shit is good. And this was great. First off, Superman. Superman was so tough. He was hard. He was that nigga. First off, before I even continue, let me look up the actor for Superman's name. I'm gonna give him all the respect he deserves. David Cornsweet or David Cornsweet. David Cornsweet? Yo, I ain't gonna lie, my nigga, you were a great Superman, but why is your last name Cornsweet? You know, actually, I got a pretty tucked up last name too. So, hey, I'm gonna give you some respect, man. Fuck it, my nigga David Cornsweet was stupid. Now, I know Henry Cavill is a fan favorite, and that's the only Superman that I really ever known. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck, all right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I like him more than I like Henry Cavill. Now, I know Henry Cavill is a generational actor. A lot of people like him as Superman, but I like this version of Superman more. David Cornsweet, I prefer him as my Superman. That's no disrespect at all to Henry Cavill. I enjoyed him as Superman, like I said, but I just like David Cornsweet version better. And really, that probably falls more back on the director and the script of the movie, because this Superman, he wasn't like Henry Cavill. You know, Henry Cavill, sometimes he can be all dark and mysterious and like all like damn near almost evil at a sense. This Superman is like the bright colored, the justice of hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of Superman, like, you just start smiling. That type of Superman. Then when you pair him up with his dog Crypto, nigga, you just get peak. It's peak. Now, I know I'm glazing Superman, but the MVP of this movie was Lex Luthor. Like, I think the main reason I like this movie so much was because of the character Lex Luthor and the actor who played him. Off rip, this nigga Lex Luthor is a generational hater. I've never seen hating this bad in my life. This was worse hating than when Triple H hated Randy Orton back in the old WWE. Like, this nigga Triple H really pulled up to his house on Monday Night Raw to beat his ass in front of his bitch. That is crazy work, bro. But the amount of hating Lex Luthor did to Superman, nah, bro. This was generational. I've never seen anything like it. Like, just look at this scene right here.
Your obsession with me is getting a little creepy.
Don't worry. Tall, dark, and Martian isn't my type.
Kryptonian.
Yeah, same diff.
This nigga somehow found a way to make racism tough. He tracked down where Superman lived. He stole his dog. And then one of the craziest parts was this nigga brainwashed monkeys to make their sole purpose on this earth to get on Twitter and just shit talk Superman. Like, that is insane, bro. That is funny as fuck. But easily the best thing he did was when he made Ultraman to fight Superman. So basically, Lex Luthor created this villain called Ultraman, and he could be controlled by all the employees who worked at Luthor Corp. I'm telling you, the amount of meat suction that Lex Luthor was doing would have gave Tiana Trump and Ash Cash a run of their money. Because when I tell you he studied Superman so much, he knew detail by detail every single move that Superman was gonna make when they were fighting. And Lex Luthor would be like, he would tell his employees to control the buttons. He'll be like 2A, 2A, like the nigga was button smashing. He would be like 2A, 2A, 1B, 3D, nigga 4PF. He was going crazy, bro. And for the most part of the movie, which I didn't really like, Superman was getting his ass whooped. So he wins like a few fights here and there. Throughout the movie, that nigga is really getting his ass whooped, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why they made it to where he gets his ass whooped so frequently. Like, I don't even think Crypto got his ass whooped as many times as Superman did in this movie. But, you know, it's all fine. That's like a small nitpick, and at the end of the day, it's Superman, so you know he's gonna be fine. But since we're on the topic of fighting, when it comes to the fighting in this movie, the fighting was top tier. Like, all the action scenes were hard. Now, I just reviewed Fantastic Four, and I do like that movie a little bit better than this movie. But when it comes to action, this movie is 10 times better than Fantastic Four. Now, I'm not throwing any shade to Fantastic Four, because that action wasn't bad at all. Like, it wasn't ass. It just in this movie, in Superman, it was just 10 times better in my opinion than that action. And when I was talking about how this Superman is different than like the older Superman, the fighting and the action really complements that. Because while he's fighting, you know, the old Superman would grab a fucking tank and just throw it at an alien Kryptonian and hit him through a building or like explode like a helicopter and just all this mass destruction, right? But when this Superman fights, when he's fighting like a giant alien, like there's a scene where he like whoops his giant alien's ass, and before it falls like on a human, he runs and like grabs a human, or like when it's about to fall on a dog. There's a scene where he's literally holding up this big ass creature, and there's a dog beside him, and the dog won't move, so he has to use like his like wind breath to blow the dog back. And then there's even a scene, where the nigga saves a squirrel. He legit saves a squirrel. Like, it's really trying to get the point across that this Superman is like hope for the entire world, and no matter how big or small, he's gonna save anything. And I really fuck with that. That's how Superman should be. Now moving on to the characters, and we start with the characters. I got one question. Why was there so much milk in this movie? Like, we got Lois Lane, we got this reporter, we got Lex Luthor's girlfriend, and we got Supergirl. Like, I ain't gonna lie, all four of y'all. Yeah, I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the room. Now again, I want to throw the point across that I'm a loyal and faithful man, and I am in a committed relationship. But if you like to play in the snow, then you're gonna enjoy this movie. Then we got the Justice Gang. Hawk Girl, she's cool. You know, she doesn't get a lot of screen time, so you don't really know anything about her. But then when we got Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific, starting off with Green Lantern, I ain't gonna lie, when I saw that dumbass haircut that he had in the trailer, but bro, he's the only person I know that can pull off that weak ass haircut and be tough. Bro, that nigga is so funny, and not like in a way where like he tells like these stupid ass, dumb, these fucking corny ass jokes that like Zion, my nephew, would come here and laugh about. But like, he actually says like funny shit, and like he like a little edgy with it. He's not like the serious Green Lantern that has like protect the Lantern Corps, whatever that shit's called. He's not like that type of Green Lantern where he's serious all the time and does the best thing for the Lantern justice and all that. He don't give a fuck who you are. He don't care if you Superman, Batman, Thanos, nigga, it don't matter. He's ready to run them ones and talk his shit, and that is so funny, bro. I didn't think I was gonna like Green Lantern in this movie. Walked out the theater, ended up loving him. And then when it comes to the GOAT, Mr. Terrific. Now, when I came into this movie and I saw this black nigga, I didn't know what the fuck a Mr. Terrific was. Now after the movie, I like this character a lot. I'm gonna go off track a little bit. Yo, y'all can't tell me this nigga Mr. Terrific doesn't look like my cousin Carsey. I'm gonna throw an old picture on the screen right here of me and my cousin Carsey. Doesn't that nigga look like Mr. Terrific, bro? Now, I don't know who gave Mr. Terrific this Jim Crow haircut, but other than that, that nigga's tough. Mr. Terrific is another smart character, and he uses like these things called T-spheres, these little gadgets that fly around, and he can control them to fight for him. And there's one fight scene where he solos this entire like entourage when he goes to save Superman, and that shit was hard. Like, same thing with Green Lantern. Well, not same thing, because I didn't think I would like Green Lantern because I already knew who Green Lantern was. But I came in the theater, didn't even know what a Mr. Terrific was, and then at the end of the movie, he comes out to be like, I want to say like one of the biggest one. He is a solid piece of the movie. Like, he has important roles in this movie. Yeah, but like I said, I love that character, and now I'm like almost a Mr. Terrific fan. There's another character, I don't know his name, so I'm gonna call him Element Man, but that probably is his name because it makes sense if his name was Element Man. Hello?
Would you get my Crocs from again?
I got them from the mall. I forgot what store though.
Is it Foot Locker?
Probably why.
Because I seen them Vegeta things you was talking about, and I thought you said you ordered them. I was gonna say.
Nah, I got them from the store.
I gotta get that lead though. I gotta get it.
Every time I'm trying to film one of these BFS bars, my niece or nephew gotta come busting in here. Like, this nigga Zion just came here talking about Dragon Ball Z Crocs. Like why, bro? Anyway, so back to, I don't know what I was talking about. Anyways, moving on, there wasn't a lot of things I can say I didn't like about this movie. Other than earlier when I said Superman got his ass whooped a lot, I don't know. I really can't think of nothing on the spot of what I didn't like about this movie. The only other thing I could say is probably like Lois Lane and how she like dogged my nigga Superman out. Like in the beginning of the movie, her and Superman are like head over heels for each other. Like, these niggas are making out and shit like that. And then there's like a brief moment in the movie like where the world almost turns their back on Superman, so everyone's like shitting on him. And just like that, this bitch quickly turns her back and she almost breaks up with the nigga. To all my kings out there, y'all stay woke. That just goes to show you that these hoes ain't shit. They only want you when you up. They don't want you when you down. Yeah, but other than that, I really like everything about this movie. I have a friend named Jalen, and this nigga's a super hard critic to anything. Like, it could be gaming, food, especially food. That nigga love food, or movies. Like, he's a super hard critic. So he saw Superman before I did, and he told me that it was ass. So when I came into the theater, I already had like the perception it was gonna be a trash movie. So I think that's why I liked it even more, because I thought I was gonna see some ass on the screen. No, not that type of ass. I saw that ass. But I thought I was gonna see a bad movie, and I actually walked away seeing a great movie, bro. Like, it was so good. I don't know how much longer I can keep telling you that this movie was good. Just go see it yourself if you haven't. That shit came out like at the beginning of this month, so I'm kind of late with this review. But when I saw Fantastic Four, I was so hyped for like hero movies again So I made sure to go watch this because somehow I missed it. This movie was great, bro. You know, on one hand, I can probably count the amount of DC movies I actually think are good, and this is definitely one of them. Probably top 2 or 3 for me. This shit might have actually gave me hope for DC in the future, bro. Like, that is actually insane to say. There's a lot of arguing between the Marvel fanboys and the DC fanboys. They're saying, oh, the Fantastic Four is better, it shits on Superman. And they're saying Superman is better, it shits on Fantastic Four. How about all y'all niggas just shut the fuck up and just be glad that we got 2 good superhero films from both companies? Like, right now, it is a good point for both of these film industries. So it just be happy and acknowledge the fact that we got 2 solid movies going on at the same time. If you're an actual fan of hero movies, then you should be happy that both of these are out right now and they're performing well. So if we go ahead and slide Superman to the BFS bar, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I might even throw it a 9 out of 10 if I go rewatch it. I could see it getting there because that's how good this movie actually was. I gave Fantastic Four a 9 out of 10, and I'm not gonna lie, I do like it more than Superman. So that's why I gave Superman an 8.5. But I could really say 9 out of 10 if I wanted to. Like, I'm not mad at that rating at all. So that was a BFS bar for the Superman movie. I don't know any new movies or shows coming out soon, so I don't know when the next BFS bar is gonna be. I know Avatar is coming out later in this year, and oh, I fucking love Avatar. That's my favorite movie franchise of all time. I love Avatar, so I can't wait for that to come out. But I don't know what's coming out like sooner than that. So whatever it does though, whatever like the big movies that come out shows, be on the lookout for those BFS bars. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Brandon. Tell your mother I'll pick her up at 8. And like always, BFS, believe fell succeed. Okay, bye.
Let's have sex in the bank, telling her open a safe. I hate a privileged rapper who don't even know what it takes. The diamonds they hit like a rainbow, that's cause the necklace a frank. Whoa.